You working today?
Just got off.
That's it. You want something to eat?
No, doing good.
Sure.
So what's been going on with you?
Just life. Dealing with it.
I understand you moved out of your house.
Yeah. I sat over and got to working on my book. Put my heart into it some more. And it's depressing. Depression took over, and along with everything else going on, it get you discouraged. And Pam moved out of that place they was living in.
I bet you where she at now.
Back in Blythe.
Well, I knew she was in Live.
She was with her mom.
Okay.
Last I heard.
I thought you moved up there. But apparently she hadn't.
First time she's there now.
That's yours.
That's your book.
I'm still trying to get a copy of that other one, that Blood of Innocence. I finally got hold of Perovskia that wrote it. He said he had some, it's out of publication now, but he said he thought he had some copies in his attic.
Right. I know him.
What's Amanda doing now? You talked to her?
Yeah. See, I got custody of her in my divorce.
Mm-hmm.
That made everybody mad on the in-law side, but I see her every day.
Do you see her every day?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you moved out of your house now, you still see her every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
They put her out and put her in Blythe.
Amanda?
Yeah.
Hmm.
When I asked her to go up to Blythe to stay until I could get on my feet, because May the 5th just went by and just the wrong time of year.
Mm-hmm.
And then working on my book, I lost a good job at a career company. We lost a big contract when I lost that job. But
Everything at one time.
that's just what it goes.
Well, I've got some more news for you.
When it rains, it pours.
There was a hair found in the ligatures that tied Michael Moore. The shoelaces.
The ropes?
Yeah.
Oh, she was.
That they have identified DNA on. We are asking everybody that was involved to submit to DNA sample that we're going to run. With the family, we want to eliminate everybody on the front end. How do you feel about that?
Well, I would have to talk to Brett about this. I know this didn't happen back then, and I think I know why it didn't happen back then.
Why is that?
Because I was the first parent who made any phone calls and the first parent who started the first search. I was the only parent who showed up at the police department that night 3 different times, begging and asking for help, and they wouldn't give us the help that we was looking for. I was the only parent who was threatened to be put in jail if I didn't quit going down there. So I could see why they wouldn't ask me of anything, because they felt bad how this thing turned out.
I thought they did get some hair samples from you.
I don't remember. And they can have all they want. I don't oppose to that. But I would want to talk to Brent about anything. But I even if he said do it, I'm not opposed to that. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay. Well, the attorneys that we are working for have asked if they ask us to talk with you again, and they want you to talk to this other guy, Rick Berry.
Rick Berry?
He's another investigator.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem talking to him?
Who's Rick Berry?
He works for us out of our Nashville office, but he was a former homicide detective. Need paper?
Just write his name down.
Well, he's here.
Well, he's here. You're about to meet him. Mm-hmm.
And
Do you think that I should talk to Brett before this? Because, I know what's behind this and what's motivating this. And I don't know if I have any answer for Rick or not.
well, the DNA that was found in the hair doesn't match Damien or Jason or Jesse, and doesn't match Michael or Stevie Margaret's. So it's somebody else's DNA.
You don't know whose? Tell me.
Yours.
No.
Yes, it is.
That's fine. So, okay. Knowing that and hearing that, that would put me on the suspect list. I don't see how.
That's what we want to eliminate.
Mhm.
I can eliminate it. I'm not worried about DNA, but I sure don't understand how that would happen.
I don't either. We just received the results back. They got them back day before yesterday. They
Mhm.
just called us with them yesterday morning.
Because I spoke with Brent, who was Tuesday, Wednesday,
You did?
this past week, and I asked him about the evidence that come back. And he mentioned nothing about this.
He doesn't know it.
So when will he know it?
Probably the first of next week.
Well, that still doesn't bother me.
Yeah, we wanted to take your
The
DNA.
problem is, Terry, we know that when this does come out, it's going to turn your life even more upside down. You know it. And I know
No, you might think that. I don't agree with that. Simply because I know my innocence, and it's not going to change anything that I have done. Because I ain't had nothing to do with that. And somebody really be wrong to think so otherwise. You know, and I really, it's kind of hard to swallow that you sit here and told me that.
I know.
Yeah, it must be. I mean,
We were pretty shocked ourselves.
yeah, exactly. We talked to you. And,
But it still ain't going to change me. And I would like to, and I will talk to Brett before I probably go any further with this. Because I don't, I can't see how this is even true. So that would, what you're saying by that, it would place me at the scene?
Not necessarily.
Because Michael Moore, you said Michael Moore's shoes, he'd come to our house a few times, but I don't see how anything from me could get onto him.
You know, let's look at this from one viewpoint. A hair was found in ligatures that bound Michael Moore. That doesn't necessarily mean they were Michael Moore's shoes strings.
Okay.
Okay, they could have been Stevie's shoestrings, which means the hair could have been picked up
Transferred.
at your house and was still in the string. This hair, from what I understand, was found in the knots that tied the shoestrings on Michael Moore.
Which would make it look like someone was present at the time of the nighttime.
it does. Yes.
Well, I understand that, but being my hair, you know, that's bone buzzing. Because that would have to place me at the scene. And everybody knows that.
Well, that's what we're going to eliminate. That's why we're going to ask you to talk to Mr. Barrett.
Just like we talked to you before when we came. I mean, honestly, Mr. Hobbs, we didn't know a whole lot about you. The police never talked to you, and that may be because they wanted to stay away from you because they knew you had really tried that night to get them to do something. And so we just wanted to have this other guy talk to you again to get a little bit more detail, a little bit more about where you were that day.
When we
Where I
talk,
was,
Right. Well, we know what you told us, right? They want this other guy to talk to you a little bit more about it.
When we talked with you before, everything we do, we write up in a memo. We send it to the attorneys. Rachel and I both, you know, in our memo, we said, nice guy.
Right.
And in fact, I think we said something along the lines of, all the people involved in here, he's the
It was the more pleasant conversation.
the most
that we
normal.
had. Yeah.
And I don't mean that derogatorily. It
Right.
just,
Right.
right?
you know, you can sit down and have a conversation.
Some people get angry about it.
Well, not only that, some people are just all over. You know, I mean, it's.
But like the Moore thing, I can only imagine talking to Todd and like Mark after what Mark was put through. I don't blame Mark for whatever Mark done.
And Terry, that's the last thing I want. I mean, you and I have a basic disagreement. You think the boys did it. I don't think they did.
That's your job.
Whoever did do it needs to be caught.
Sure.
If they didn't do it, I mean, not them, you, Mark Byers, whoever, they don't need to go through what Mark Byers has gone through. They don't need to go through what Damien and Jesse and Jason have gone through if they didn't do it. We know how the media gets. You saw it before firsthand. And you saw what they've done more.
Which is totally wrong.
Yes.
Which is totally wrong. Before I sit here and hurt already. But as you know, being on this end of it, I have no objections to hearing this, or I will talk to Brent, and I don't even know what I would tell him. You know, and you told me just a few minutes ago that he would find out about my DNA the first of the week. Well, I'm gonna follow up on that, and go from there. And Mr. Berry, he means nothing to me at the moment.
I understand.
And after I talked to Brent, I'll talk to Mr. Berry. But I have nothing to hide outside of him, and I'll share my DNA with everybody. But that throws you for a loop. That's a little setback, but it's nothing that can't be overcome, and it's nothing to worry about on my part. And I guess y'all can do what you have to do. But I'll do what I have to do. I'm not trying to be mean.
No, you're Mr. Ron, you're not being mean at all. No.
Well, sometimes
At all.
you feel like that,
Mhm. We just really wanted to get an official sample from you today so we could send it off and have this cleared up. Cleared up one way or the other, right?
It's cleared up in my mind
Right.
already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But,
What do you want? A piece of hair?
Swaps.
mm-hmm.
Well, let me talk with Brent before I do anything. I'm going to do that. And if Brent says do it, I have no problem with doing it. I'm calling him right now.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if he's working on Saturday. We'll find out.
I would
I doubt it. It's a nice day. He might be down here.
Could be the barbecue place.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to smoke a cigarette or anything at your home?
DNA.
Oh, jeez. Okay. It's true.
Can you swab these tables?
I don't know if that would work.
I'm not sure. I didn't think about that. But you're
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about it. Obviously.
I don't think that would. I mean, there's been too many people sitting at that table.
It's not an issue. I know it don't work on the weekend. Hello, Mr. Brent. This is Terry Hobbs, 901-288-0753. Give me a call ASAP. Thanks, sir.
Now, what you said was interesting a little bit before, because you were telling me yesterday that everybody's pointing the finger at you, right? And you feel like
Not
that.
everybody.
You're talking about Pam and her family, or you're talking about other people?
Family, her family.
Then why, you called Brent, you talked to Brent this week?
Uh-huh.
Was it about the case, or about something else, or
Some different things.
some different thing? Okay.
Mhm.
I thought a lot of Pam pointing the finger at you was more or less when y'all had disagreements.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would just do like a
And
lot of
he
white
has went around telling lots of people who killed them kids.
that you have.
And you read that letter off the internet. That come off the internet. That was one of Pam's nieces.
Yeah.
Well, she was just on the news. Did you see the story that Pam was on the news this morning?
No, but I've been told all about it.
Yeah, but she didn't implicate you on it at all. She basically said that she thought the three boys did it, but that somebody else was there too.
And out of anger has made people do things that you wouldn't believe. You should already know this.
Right.
And Pam has been living and harboring this anger, for a long time.
Right.
And it's sad that that goes along with it. It's even sadder that it happened to one of our kids.
Right.
And I don't know what to think about it. It's been something that I wish hadn't happened at home.
Terry, I don't think there's anybody that doesn't wish that it hadn't happened. This is ruining the lives of 6 people. I mean, of 6 families.
I know.
Regardless of whether the 3 boys are innocent or guilty of it, it's still ruining the lives of 6 people. I can't imagine what y'all gone through. There's just no way. I mean, I've been working on this for 14 years. So I feel like I know something about it, but I haven't had to go through what y'all gone through.
Well, if it hadn't been for the anger, you might learn how to deal with it. If it hadn't been for the publicity, you might learn how to deal with it. Honestly, we didn't have the fair chance of going through the healing process, as they call it, because of the publicity.
Mm-hmm.
And it has taken a toll on lots of people, and my family being one of them. And I don't appreciate it. There's nothing you can do about it, and it's going to happen anyway.
The media is the media,
Mm-hmm.
and they always find shit out, and how they do, I don't know sometimes.
Yeah, one of my cousins has been up the top of the list on Channel 5. I talked to him quite a bit. I said I know how it works, and it's just the way it goes. But as far as me being involved in it, no, I couldn't see how anybody would think that. And if my DNA was in that shoelaces, I couldn't tell you how. And it's really bum puzzling to think that, even to hear that. But you're looking at another innocent man. And to think or say that them guys didn't do it, that's in prison, I can't say that. I've asked the police several times over the years, are you sure these guys did it? Because I'd hate to know somebody's out here walking around that actually done it. That would really go through you wrong. But to think that someone thought I'd done it, and I've heard it for 14 years. Terry Hobbs killed me from my in-laws. Pam's brother died. Terry did that. Pam's daddy died. What Terry done caused this. And I know it's all out of anger, denial, lots of things. But I ain't bothered anybody, and I don't bother people. What happened in West Memphis has really been something.
Yeah.
And to say that the boys in prison are innocent, I can't honestly say they're innocent. I can't say they're guilty. I only know what we've been told by the police. They're the ones that lost evidence that might have meant something, not me. They're the ones who keep telling us, you guys are going to be the reason this case is turned around. And we haven't done anything.
What do they mean by that?
Talking to you guys.
Really?
They don't want you to talk to us.
Mm-mm.
Did you tell Brent you talked to us before?
I did.
And he told you shouldn't have?
Between the lines, yes.
I've never quite understood that philosophy. I've always been of the opinion that if someone is telling the truth, doesn't matter who they talk to.
Why do you think I showed up here?
I know.
I had nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
I can go sit in Brent's office with nothing to hide. And I do that.
We went by your house yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The white dog is still there.
Yeah, they asked me if I'd leave them. The Mexican family that
drive and saw a different truck.
Right.
And nobody answered the door. And we saw the lawn chairs out front that you didn't have before. But I said, the dog's still here.
They go to the church right across the street at the Spanish church,
Mm-hmm.
and they bought the home next door. And that's how I met them.
Okay.
And so I went to church with them a couple of times over there. And just got to meet them. But I don't really know Spanish, so I felt bad going back. I don't know what to say to them. So I went back. But they're nice people. Good people.
As soon as we heard about this, we wanted to come talk to you about it, of course.
Well, I'm glad you did, because I'm going to, talk to Brent and him about it, because I'm expecting him to call me about it, if it's like this, and hear what he has to say about it, because I had no explanation for that. I'm not even sure I really believe that yet, but I understand where y'all coming from.
I wouldn't lie to you, Terry.
Right. We were very surprised.
Well, me too. I don't think I'm sitting here just thinking, where did this come from?
Mm-hmm.
And I know how things work in the system. Yep. And again, it makes you wonder that the DNA tests were done in Port California.
I'm not, do you know where they were done?
Well, Robert was not for sure. Why's that? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know who did the DNA testing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they said they wanted to have additional testing done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they asked if we would ask you if you would give samples.
Let me talk to Brent, and I have no objections to that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm going to run it past him, and I'm hopefully that y'all will do the same.
I know the attorneys told us they were going to talk with Brent first of all. And I know they were with Brent last week for a couple of days.
All right.
And then they learned about this, I guess, late Thursday. Called us yesterday morning, first thing. And first thing we did was went out and tried to contact you.
Well, once again, I'm not hiding anything. I'm just as innocent as Mark was. And I ain't worried about that, because I know me. But it's good to know that. It's good to hear that. I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah. Let me introduce you to Mr. Berry, so that whenever you talk to him in the future, if you talk to him, you'll know who he is. All right. Come on.
Are you shall break?
I'm just going to introduce him.
Okay. It's over. It's not always over. Graham's gonna be upset because Winter's gonna tell. What does she know? Does she know? With the case? Because she said news stories and all that.
They're all
Chomping at the bit. Right on this book. No, I'm just thinking it's how that last one. But he's got like shit all over his arm. He made transference. He's got we just saw the table.